When I was during the test, I started to feel like a little discouraged, but I literally heard her voice.
I felt
I'm
it.
not even playing with you guys. I
I
literally
felt it.
heard her voice say, "No, keep like you messed up right there, but you're still gonna pass."
Mm-hmm.
And I literally heard her voice saying, "You're passing your exam. You're passing your license today." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm passing my license today.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the day we're doing it."
Yeah.
And that's the day we did it.
Too.
And I want to say, if you give your children, not that I'm not a mom or anything, but if you give them space to mess up, they'll come back and really listen to what you're having to say.
Ooh.
Like, for real, for real. Because when she did come back that third time, I didn't have nothing to say. All you can do is listen. Because once you've already made the mistake once, not once but twice,
Right.
then you're like, okay, obviously my way is not working.
Right.
So what can we do?
Right.
Because now I'm spending $75 3 times.
Right.
So what can we do to fix that? Hey y'all, welcome to my channel.
I'm Dorian Marie, and I'm here with my special guest and my daughter, Farah Danielle.
Hi.
She is a licensed cosmetologist and a lash technician. How do y'all say
Lash technician, however you want to say it.
All right, and she is 19 years old, and we are here. She's going to put on my lashes, and she's going to do my lips. But we're also going to talk about the recent viral TikTok where the mother cut her daughter's hair off because she was focused on beauty. And she said she was also focused on seeing older men and, doing other stuff. So we're going to talk about that today.
Okay.
So you let me know when you're ready to do which eye.
We're going to put on the first lash first.
Okay. So just off the bat, what are your thoughts about her getting on camera, cutting her daughter's hair, or if I have done that to you?
You have not ever threatened to change the way I look. Whether, even though my dad is either questioned the way I looked or wanted to change the way I dress or something like, you've never done that.
Right. That is true. And I wasn't going to say anything because, I don't like to throw people under the bus, but that's the most important thing, is allowing your children to be who they are. I think last year was our hardest year as mother and daughter.
Yes.
I don't know if it's because you was just turning 18. I think it was because you were turning 18 and it was time for us to have a change. We were living somewhere else, and then we moved here to Dallas, and you were just
trying to get to know
who yourself.
Yeah, getting to know yourself, trying to be independent as well. Because you're raised, I'm already an independent person, and then you hear this big 18 number. Everybody's telling you, be grown now.
Right. And so when you talk about how your dad felt about your hair, like this hair, and today she doesn't have on her long nails and she doesn't have on her big lashes. But if you go to her pages, you'll see that I particularly don't like it. That's just me. And we did a mukbang before, and I'll tag it and put it there, where I didn't like your music. There's a lot of things that I just didn't like, that we were just different in that aspect, but I always allowed you to be who you are. Yeah. And he did have a problem with the hair, the nails, all of that.
Lashes,
and it caused,
nose.
the nose ring, and it caused, a rift. And so the whole point in parenting in her video was not allowing your daughter to be who she is. When it came to the beauty part, we're not talking about the other stuff that she said she was doing, but I just look at it and,
And you end up growing out of it. Like, right now, I think I'm outgrown some of the big lashes. I've outgrown.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna put my lashes on. I'm still gonna have my nails.
Right.
But to a certain extent, you start growing out of it naturally. I don't listen to as much as the music I was listening to, so I think you just have to understand your child and let them grow. I mean, that's just being a teenager.
There was 2 things that I taught y'all in my household, that you can do what you want. I'm about to blink because my eyes are watering.
You're good. You can blink.
There are 2 things, as long as it doesn't what?
Affect you, or I know the three.
No, not the 3 rules in my house, but like you can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't do what?
Harm.
Yeah.
Harm us.
It doesn't hurt you or
Somebody else.
anybody else. There you go. You got it. So those are my things that you can do what you want to do. So if this red hair, those long nails, and those lashes are not going to hurt anybody, then you do that. But that caused the problem, on the other end. And then I noticed this, that when you would wear the lashes and when he would say something, you came back with some
bigger lashes.
Bigger lash, like the ones that they, those memes where they say you want to fly away. She would come back with bigger lashes, and a lot of our kids act out when we, do that. So to me, it's like, what kind of lips are we going to do? Natural?
I think we should do red because I have red hair. And since we talking, And since we're talking about, well, I'll wait till you get there. And since we're talking about, you know, being extravagant,
ain't nobody said nothing. Oh well, yeah.
Since we are talking about doing the most in this month, we're gonna go red because you know why not?
Red matte.
We can do red matte, so you don't have to go red.
Right, I want to go with a natural look, but again,
we can go with my look since I'm the special guest.
Oh my god!
For today.
And I like very natural stuff, like you see, natural hair. I only really do this for events and shows. You know, unless I'm going out with
We're going
some
crazy today.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hurt you or hurt anybody else, I'm fine with it. I feel like, you know, you should allow your child to be who they are.
Expressive. Right. Especially at that age.
Right. And I figured too, I said she'll grow out of it, and if she doesn't, she's my daughter. Mm-hmm. That's the most important thing, is the relationship, because I saw what it did between you and the other parent. Mm-hmm. And it's like, one time you had a pink wig. That was where it started.
Yeah.
She had this pink wig. My main thing is you're a teenager. Mm-hmm. They're teenagers. That's what teenagers do. And so the main thing is the mom is getting dragged because her daughter is being a teenager. I don't care if it's skipping, and we're going to get to that with you. Mm-hmm. If it's skipping, her meeting older men, and all the other stuff she was saying, it still does not give you a pass to get on camera and embarrass you.
And when I tell you everybody is doing that, a teenager.
What you want to do?
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. You don't like this red?
You're cute. I do like red, but you know, skipping. Let's talk about that. So, when we were getting ready to move here to Dallas last year, you were in your senior year, and it seemed like everything was going fine with the grades for the last 2 months, but in the last 2 weeks, her counselor calls me and says she doesn't have enough credits. She literally only had enough credits to get her name on a diploma and for it to just say graduate. No honors, no nothing, like a barely passing. So,
passing is passing.
So I call her and I'm like, and I was hot.
Yeah, she was.
Because you were already being a teenager for that whole semester.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put your business out there. And that's the whole thing, is she's exposing her daughter and saying all the bad things that her daughter. And this video is not scripted. We're just talking. So it's going to be what it's going to be. She just told the whole universe everything that her daughter is doing wrong. And so I'm not going to talk about your whole semester. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Leading up.
Leading up to that. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just me just being hot because she wasn't going to pass. Oh, that is kind of look kind of good.
Right.
But so you can tell as much as you want to tell. I'm not going to do that. But you were doing just teenager stuff.
Yeah.
And so to find out that I'm here in Dallas trying to set up and find us a place to live, and you down here booking clients when she's supposed to be on her Zoom class, right? So I call her, and so you tell your side of how it went down.
So she called me twice. One call and one FaceTime. The first she had called me, she didn't know I was in somebody's head in this moment while she's calling me. She's like, Farrah, I'm on the phone with your counselor. She's saying you're failing or you're missing some credits and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, am I? I already know because my counselor already told me this. I don't care because I'm booking clients and I'm making money. So all I'm thinking about is the money. I don't have to do nothing with high school diploma. I have money, in my pocket. Then she FaceTimes me. I'm like, okay, hold on. Like I'm smiling in front of the guy while she's like, where your ass at? You need to be in class. She's saying you're not in class. I'm smiling in front of the guy like, yeah, everything's fine. When you're getting cussed out on the phone and you still got to play nice because you're in front of all your friends? Yeah, that. So then she FaceTimed me. I did not answer the first time because I already know she's going to see that I'm not at the house and I'm at some guy's house doing his hair. And then she FaceTimed me. I'm like, sir, give me 1 second. I'm going to step outside, okay? Because I'm still professional. Don't get it wrong. I'm still professional. I step outside. She's like, you're gonna fail, and you're at some guy. Well,
let me interrupt. She had on a bonnet, and she was standing over somebody's head, like she's somebody's mama in the head, and just doing twists with a bonnet on her head.
We're going fast.
And
I get them in and out.
Right. She's just like, hello, talking to me like
normal.
I'm a customer service, and so I'm like, hello, how can I help you? What you mean? How can you help me? I ain't gonna graduate.
Yeah.
Right. It was pretty bad. And the universe needed me to be 4 hours away.
Yeah, because she would have pulled up.
Yeah, I was 4 hours away in Dallas, and I was just so hot because she was also very nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Farrah.
Because why? Because all my teachers love me. Let's get it together. Let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves me. So to me, I'm thinking, oh, my teacher's gonna pass me. Cause she been passing me this like the whole year.
Right.
For the most part.
Right.
So I'm thinking, why can't she just pass me now? Come on. Like, it's COVID, it's all this stuff going on. Why y'all worried about little old me?
That is true.
So that's what I'm thinking.
A lot of students, you let me
finish up.
Yeah, a lot of students felt like that. Like, you've been passing me, giving me grace, and that's what I felt too. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of shocked. Like, the counselors waited to the last minute at the same time. But I have been checking, and I think at one point you were 18. I couldn't even get into your grades anymore.
Nope,
they gave no access. Nope. So because I'm one of those parents that like go in there to the apps. Yeah, and go. I look at the grades, and so I couldn't get in there because she's 18. She turned 18 May 8th. Mm-hmm. And so school wasn't over till a whole nother month. Yep. So I'm fighting. To me, I was fighting for her because I knew what it was going to be like if she didn't get, because she was not a student, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. She's one of them. You tell what kind of student you were.
I'm like, if it says C, it's passing. And one of the answers is on Google, I got them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And so I even think at the end of the high school, we kind of thought maybe you had some kind of disability or dyslexia or something. Mm-hmm. You were lazy, but I think it was something deeper than that because when I look at your writing and just because her brother is autistic.
Well, that is too. And when I was I remember in 3rd or 4th grade, she was saying I really did not know the difference between Down and Brown.
Right.
Like, is that D and the B. And
right.
I thought it was more of a, not dyslexia, but what are those where you switch up your D's and B's and you can like,
I thought that's what it was.
Dyslexia?
Something like that. Somebody in the comments will say what it is.
Probably is dyslexia.
But it's something. Yeah. And not like your brother. Me and her brother have a video out too about him being autistic. But in high school, we figured out, but it was too late to diagnose or see because you struggled a lot in school and you just kind of got through.
I did.
So that's why I'm like,
you're not a people person.
Yeah. And I'm like, she's not going to a 4-year college. She just can't do it. So when we were going through it last year, really towards the end, I just think that it's because you had a really bright future ahead of you and that there was just energies and just things fighting against you to keep you there. And that's why I'm like, you got to get out. We got to get you out of Houston.
Yeah, sure. Plus, not many people know what they want to do at this such a young age.
Right.
Especially if you already know your plan or you already know what you want to. Not everybody knows that.
Right.
I don't think
that's true. They don't. A lot of kids don't.
Okay, I'm going to go to this 4-year college. I didn't care about going to parties and having the college experience because that's not what I care. If I already know what I want in life, it's simple.
But your dad wanted you to have that.
Yeah, my dad did. Most of not her, but the parents in my life at that time did want me to go to a 4-year college. Even the people the teachers and stuff did want me to do that.
I didn't because I'm like, that's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Because I know my child. That's a waste of money. And so let's get on to that too. The kind of child that you were very independent. Your very first car. Mm-hmm. For that
15.
Yeah, that summer, what did you do the whole summer?
At 15 years old, I was clocking in. I didn't care where I was clocking in. I was doing hair. I was working at McDonald's. I was doing this beauty supply. I was working everywhere. 15 years old, I wanted that first car.
And so your first car, you did what with it though? You bought it?
Oh, I bought my first car. Yes.
Yeah, the whole summer all the other kids were going to parties and doing stuff. Yeah. She worked like 40 hours a week at McDonald's.
Plus.
And you was about to say she what?
You put it in your name.
Oh, yeah. I had to put it in my name because she had no credit. But then eventually, after she paid it in full, we put it in her name. Mm-hmm. And so she was working at McDonald's. Then you were working at Panera. I mean, you were working at like 3 or 4 different places.
At one time.
The whole summer. Yeah. Just working and stacking her money. So she's very responsible, very independent. And finally, we got over that hump and we said, the main thing is I needed to get you out of Houston. Mm-hmm. I was already planning to move, but I needed to get you out of a limiting environment, and it's not to knock anybody or anything. It's just, I know you and you were itching for something new and fresh. Yeah. And that's why you were acting out like that. Yeah. And I said, I knew this is what you needed. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so here we are today. Yes. We are now in Dallas. And I must say, this girl has turned it around.
Come up is
right.
Real.
And then you just got another, and I'm not going to hold her because she has a client. I'm not going to hold her too long.
You just got booked for tomorrow. Right. I have a last client, so let's.
Right. No, you got one tonight though.
Oh yeah, and I have a client outside today.
That's what I'm saying. I want to wrap
This
up.
one was a squeeze in.
Yeah, this one just happened while we were recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some gloss on top.
I just think that as parents, we don't need to bring.
Wait, did you first? Oh.
Yeah, I just think as parents, we don't need to bring our mama and our daddy's rules into our household. You know what I'm saying? That we can't bring the way we were raised and how we, were taught and brought up and put that on y'all. Mm-hmm. You have to look at your child individually and know who they are. Like my son, he's autistic, and I said we did a video. I'm going to treat him differently based on, who he is, not the way everybody's been telling me to raise him and what he needs. I know him and I know this child. Lord Jesus. This girl has used up a lot of my money. Yep.
And I bring it right back.
And she does, and that's the thing too. When she got her first car or whatever she needed help with down payments or anything, she always paid me. I put her on a payment plan. She paid me back right away. She did more than most adults would. And if she was late, which was rare, it was a late fee or interest. She's just that type of child.
I'm gonna get it done regardless.
She's gonna get it done. But the main point is how the mom in that video was like, education, education, education. You have to know your child. And a lot of that is fear, is the mom is afraid that if you don't get education, you're not gonna make it. That's not true, because there are billionaires with GEDs. There are billionaires that have dropped out. My dad died having more money with a sixth grade education. He had more money than other people in my family that have degrees. So I just wanted to say, for my daughter, she is now a licensed cosmetologist, and I went through the exact same thing that mother went through. And it's like you need to redirect their behavior by focusing on their passions. And anything that they were doing, I didn't pick up no camera and say, oh, so you want to, you know what I mean? What would happen?
I promise to God, I'm not even, we would not be sitting right here.
We wouldn't be sitting here today.
We would not. I would be gone.
Yeah.
I would probably still be in Houston.
You probably would. We probably would not be talking.
Or I'd be, who knows where.
Because under this wig,
she a head full of hair.
A head full of beautiful natural hair.
Let's not even start.
Beautiful hair. And if I would have went for that, oh my God.
Oh, wait. Do you know how crazy? Mom, I couldn't even imagine. I can't even imagine
I can't. Because we are very close. We're close now. And even every time we have our,
we close spiritually. Some of the stuff, like, we'll be doing the same thing in a different area, but we're still doing the same thing.
When you took your license, your cosmetology license?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So yes, I'm good at what I do. Let's not start there. I'm good at what I do.
The testing part.
But the testing, I've always been like that. I took my test, I think 3 or 4 times. Three. I took my test 3 times. My third time, I finally passed. But that third time, on my way there, no, not on my way there. When I was during the test, I started to feel like a little discouraged, but I literally heard her voice. I'm not even playing with you guys. I literally heard her voice say, "No, keep you messed up right there, but you're still gonna pass." And I literally heard her voice saying, "You're passing your exam. You're passing your license today." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm passing my license today. Yeah. This is the day we're doing it." Yeah, and that's the day we did it.
Right, because the other 2 times, I knew she was going to fail. I just didn't tell her.
I didn't even feel her then. I didn't even feel her. I didn't feel no spirit. Just felt like...
Because she was in a different space. Yeah. And I had to let her be. That's what I'm saying to the mom. Let those consequences hit. I'm like, she's not going to pass because I can tell what kind of mindset she was in.
And if you don't know, that test is $75 to take every single time.
Right.
The consequences was there.
Right.
Mentally and physically in the money.
And so that last time she called me and she was like, I just don't know. And so I gave her a talk. I gave her one of them talks, and I teach my kids about manifestation too.
And I want to say, if you give your children, not that I'm not a mom or anything, but if you give them space to mess up, they'll come back and really listen to what you're having to say. Ooh. Like for real. Because when she did come back that third time, I didn't have nothing to say. All you can do is listen. Because once you've already made the mistake not once, but twice, right? Then you're like, okay. Obviously, my way is not working. Right. So what can we do? Right. Because now I'm spending $75 3 times. Right. So what can we do to fix that?
And so I got on the phone with her, and I was just going in, not fussing or yelling, but showing her about intention and manifestation and telling her specifically what she needed to do to prepare for this test. And so when she was in there, it was my birthday week. So someone had got me a gift certificate to get my feet done. So while I was getting my feet done, she was getting her test done. And I felt her 2 times, like really strong.
And I felt you 2 times.
Right. And so she was feeling like failing. And I was listening to my headphones. I was doing my thing. And I would feel her, and I said, I don't think so.
Yes.
You're going to pass.
I said, Mom, I can't.
I was like,
And I let it,
You're passing this exam right now. Today, you're passing it.
She said that.
You're passing
in my
it.
Head.
Right. And then I kept on going. It was like, you know, what color are you on? Yeah. They were just doing my feet. And then I felt her again. I said, no, today we are passing this exam. Yeah. And then I also knew she was going to call me and fake like she did.
She knew me too.
I knew. So she called. She's like, Mom, I have something to tell you. I was like, what? And we both said, you passed. She's like, yes.
We passed.
We did.
We passed. It was most definitely a team effort on my side and her side.
It was a team effort.
I might have took the test, but she was there at the test. She was there on the drive. She was there on the way back. She was there during when I was in school, getting ready for it. So let's not even talk about it.
Right. Yeah. And so I'm just, like I said, she has a client, so I'm going to let her go. I am proud of my daughter. I'm super, super proud of her, how she is, who she is. I accept her for who she is completely and totally. And any time that she's ever gotten out of line or been a teenager, my focus is not to beat, to discipline, or knock down, although my flesh wants to.
Yeah.
Wants to just lay her on out and send her back where she came from.
Yeah.
But it's like, I love her. And there were times where she just want to run away and just, and I would fight for her. Like, wait a minute, you're not running. Because I wouldn't take it personal,
Mm-hmm. And you, on my side, you have to really be grateful for those type of parents who have done their own healing, because you don't get a lot of parents nowadays. You have kids having kids. Mm-hmm. So when you do have that type of parent, it really does help with generational wise, because now I know how I'm going to do my children, seeing how she raised me, because you don't get a lot of that, especially with people my age. There's like, my mom is this, my mom. I'm like, I can't relate. I can't. And not that either one of us is perfect.
I was just about to say that. See,
neither one is perfect.
Right.
But how do I want to say that?
But we've worked through we're not perfect.
We're not perfect, but we've both done some healing, and she's also shown me how to heal certain things that I didn't even know was wrong with me at certain times. Right.
That's true. No, that's true, because I was a different mom. I haven't always been this type of mom.
You have.
When I was going through the divorce, after the divorce, I was a different mom.
That is so true.
I was one of those.
Go to church and you can't listen to this. You gotta listen to Lecrae only.
Yeah.
I don't even want you to listen to Lecrae no more. It's being too hard.
Yeah, because that's how I was raised, and that's why I said you can't bring your mama's and daddy's rules into your household. And so if you want to keep your child,
let's listen there. When she was talking about don't listen to certain type of music, which made me go into that type of music, because now I'm like, why doesn't my mom want me to listen to this, but everybody else can listen to it and they fine.
Right.
So then it goes to, okay, now I'm going to listen to it. Then
you feel some kind of way.
You feel some type of way, then you hop back into it because oh yeah, they were right. You just have to.
Yeah. You have to grow. You're an adult, just like we do. And so, like I was saying, and you don't turn on the camera and expose your child, because some of us adults, y'all are sneaky linking and doing all kind of stuff, and you don't want nobody turning the camera on you. So just because they're young, they don't get a pass to just expose them and shame them. So that's one thing. I even stopped being friends with certain people because they would expose their children and talk bad about their children in public and embarrass them. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I can't even be friends with you. And so I keep like now, I'm watching my mouth, right? I'm watching my mouth to what I want to say. I'm gonna let her share what she wants to share. But anyway, that's the main thing, is not bringing other people's rules and see, I was a different mom. When I wasn't healed, I would be more fussy and snappy and more controlling and just the natural way of dealing with kids. But once I healed myself, then I was able to allow her.
Now it's like, Mom, let me tell you the tea.
Yes.
Now we want to tell you what's going on in our life, instead of being like, oh, I got to sneeze because my mom going to act up.
Right.
I already know how she's not going to understand how what teenagers are thinking in their head.
Right.
She's not going to understand. When the whole time they've already been through it.
Right.
But
she don't care if I know where she's at. She don't care any of that. And most times I'm not really checking for.
Now I want her to know my location. Now, Mama, why you didn't answer my call when I called you?
I'm like, girl, I'm asleep.
Yeah, she's doing her own thing. I'm good.
Right. I'm doing my own thing, living my own life. That's another thing moms have to do and parents have to do, is live their own life. Get a life, right? And then
stop living through your children.
Oh shoot. Okay, that wasn't on the script.
Sorry.
This is not scripted anyway. But that's the key though, is I had to heal as a mom, and then I started to be more softer and just allow her certain music. Listen to your music.
And it kind of drives the kids crazy, because like, why are you not? Now I want to see what my mom
Right. Now she at my door.
Right, yeah.
And I'll tell her I'm watching Netflix.
And now she's telling me to go.
Right.
Okay, well, you're supposed to be my mom.
Right.
Now, like, not that she's doing lack of attention. It's just
I have my time.
Them,
okay, I have my time, and I've given them. I give them her space to do her. And now it's just that's the main point. I healed myself, and I'm continuing to heal because I just talked to my own mom about some things just about 3 weeks ago. Like I was like, Mom, and I've already talked to her. You didn't teach me how to cook. You didn't really teach me how to dress. So I had to learn that stuff like recently as an adult. Like if somebody wants to take me out, like what do I wear?
Now she asking me.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, okay, Farrah, what you think about this? Because my mom is known for dressing and she's known for knowing how to cook. And yet at 40 something, I didn't know how to do that. And I'm just now learning over the last few years. And so I'm still doing healing and figuring out why do I do this and why do I do that so I don't pass on to her. So now our conversations are about wealth, money, dynasties, health,
wealth, and prosperity.
Health. I watch what she's putting in her mouth and tell her, but at the same time, I'm gonna let her do what she do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let her do.
I'm gonna learn because I'm my bubble.
Yes, when she's for real. She'll learn. And so I just want to say that I'm proud of my daughter. She's been there as a wonderful sister because again, her brother's autistic, and y'all, she has been like a rock for me. Dealing with him when I was just, okay, I need a break. I need some, can you get your brother? Mm-hmm. Since he was small. I mean, I have home videos because they're like 17 months apart. Home videos of her bringing me diapers to change. She in a diaper herself.
One thing I don't play about is my brother.
Is it right? She's in the diaper. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, go give me a diaper for your brother because, at that time, there was a lot of separation going on back and forth. I was a single mom as a married woman, if you know what I mean. And so she's been there for him. And she's also been there for me, even when my dad passed 2 years ago and I went through 8 months of him dying. She was there. When I would be on the phone with him at 3:00 in the morning and he's screaming in pain and she's right there rubbing me while I'm, technically rubbing him on the phone.
Taking care of him, I'm taking care of her.
Right. And when he passed, okay, I need somebody to get to the hospital. Nobody would go to the hospital to get his phone. Nobody would get his stuff. She's gone. I'm already there. She's already gone. I didn't even know where she was. On the way back. I got the phone in my hand. Right. And even there was one time at the old house when I was just doing some personal healing. I remember being on a laundry room floor, just crying, just weeping. And she would come in there. Okay. You want me to start these clothes or what? Okay. And she would just go in because that's important. It's for us as adults to work through that stuff, whether you do it alone, do it with a therapist, because it's going to affect our kids and affect our relationship. And so if I hadn't done my work, we wouldn't be here today because I would be just a regular, normal parent screaming and yelling at her. You ain't going to be nothing. You're not doing nothing. You just.
And then that throws me, okay, I don't want to live here. I'm going to go live with my boyfriend.
Right.
Pregnant and we doing it all
and it's the cycle, and I've never, thank goodness, had to go get her from jail or have to deal with that kind of stuff. But we've dealt with some stuff that has been hard, but we're here. And so I just want to say that I do love you. I'm not going to cry just like on the video with your brother. I do love you.
I love you too.
I love you.
I love you too.
I said I love you.
I love you.
I remember one time, what was that? I was like, you don't get your behind here, I'm going to slap you with so many hugs and kisses.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I do. And you are amazing. You're an amazing young woman. You're an amazing young woman.
Get it from my mama.
You are. But you've held it down for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you've worked through your own stuff yourself. And not many people can do that at 18 or 19 years old. So I know you have a great future in front of you. If anything was to ever happen to me, I know you got yourself. You got your brother. You know how to take care of yourself financially. You got this. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And now
I do believe that's a whole nother story. We'll get there. But if she raised me to where if she left this earth right now, I think I would be able to handle my own.
Yeah, you would. You wouldn't have to go live with anybody.
Of course, I would most definitely need somebody's guidance or something. But even if I didn't have that, that's what the internet's for.
Right.
And I think I could.
Right. And your intuition, what I've taught you. Yes, living intuitively.
And when I tell you, I would hear her voice almost every single day. I literally would hear her voice every single day. Yeah. I would not feel alone at all. Right.
So we do have a special bond. And anything else you want to share with the people? Where can they follow you?
Y'all can follow me at Farrah Danielle. That's my personal. If you want to book a
session with you
but if you want to book for hair or lashes, you can book on for hair or lashes at Farrah Styles Me. My booking link is in my bio. You can also see me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those socials. So
let me see my lip first before I pay.
You made a little oopsie, but
No. I always want to blame the client. Let me see. It's all right. Let me check these lashes off her.
Yeah,
y'all, she tried to do what you call extensions.
Don't be talking about extensions on here.
No, I'm talking about me. I can't
she
do.
She just has watery eyeballs. She has allergic reactions and stuff.
Yeah,
she do all that.
Yeah, she does an excellent job on extensions, but not on. She can't do it on me.
I don't service family members, anyways.
That is not true. That is not true. Plus, I had LASIK eye surgery, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. That could have something to do with it. I don't know. But anyways, well, congratulations, Farrah Styles Me. Yes. I love her name, Farrah Styles Me. So y'all look for her.
Going on 1 year anniversary coming up in April.
Yes, of you doing your business, of your company.
Or 2 years. 2-year anniversary.
Well, a year legally. Legally. Legally, just legally recently.
1 year, 2 years. Open.
Hustling. She's like open. She's been open. All right. Well, thank you for coming on my show.
Of course. I love to be here. Have me next time.
Okay. And then now she'll have me on hers. We did do a mukbang, so
I'll yes. Y'all go check out our mukbang on my YouTube channel at Farrah Danielle.
And I watched that just recently. We've grown even since that video.
No, we have. We have.
The love, it's more loving.
Yeah. More, because yeah.
What?
I feel like back then we were still in it.
We were because that was a year ago.
We were in the middle of it.
Yeah, and we still did a video, but we've always still.
But I think we're always still.
We're always still.
Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, she slapped me a couple times.
No, I didn't.
Nah, she ain't never.
No, I never slapped you. I'm talking about like spiritually, or emotionally, we may clash.
We were here.
Yeah.
Now
but we're always together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you always come back home.
Want it. Where's this one go? Where's this one going?
Child, these locks have you gonna give me a kiss?
It's like my daddy.
Oh.
It could be a makeup on.
Maybe. There's my baby. All right, go get to your appointment.
Yeah, maybe.
I know, right?